So Terrence Crawford is taking a page out of other African American boxers in pandering to the Latino Mexican fan base. I just seen that Terrence Crawford, the 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed, as we all know, going to be facing Canelo Alvarez this September. I seen in his Twitter that he is promoting his Viva Mexico attire. Now, we all know in the past there has been a good luck charm for the African American fighters, black fighters like Floyd Mayweather when he wore the Mexican colors and sombrero versus Oscar de la Hoya. We saw when Earl the True Spence wore the Mexican colors versus Mikey Garcia in his first pay-per-view event. We seen Shakur Stevenson wear the sombrero when he first faced Gonzalez to capture his first title when it was vacant and stuff like that. Who else? We seen Gervonta Tank Davis wear the Mexican attire as well when he had his first pay-per-view event versus Leo Santa Cruz. And they all was victorious. I mean, the only one that wasn't victorious was probably Roger Mayweather when he first started the whole thing and stuff like that, when he faced Julio Cesar Chavez. But he used to call himself the Mexican Executioner, aka Black Mamba. So, I believe that has been a good luck charm for the black fighters to pander to the Latino Mexican fan base. I mean, why not? You know, anyway, I would love to see people pander to the red, white, and blue, the American colors, the American flag. That's why I like Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman loved to support America. You know, a few fighters like to do that. Oh, shout out to Jamel Charlo as well. Jamel Charlo did it versus Brian Castano, in which he had the American flag and saying USA, USA versus the Argentinian fan base and stuff like that. That was cool. But do you think that that's going to bring a good luck charm for Terrence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, the 4-division world champion, super middleweight undisputed? As you all know, Canelo Alvarez did not look great in his last outing versus William Skull. A lot of people would blame William Skull for running like a bitch, but I think that Canelo Alvarez would have done, could have tried to cut off the ring better if he implemented the jab like he did in the past. But I think that, you know, just like everybody was trying to save their, I mean, not trying to take a risk to not get that large bag that's waiting for them, just like Ryan Garcia performed versus Rowley, Devin Haney performed versus Jose Ramirez. Everybody really didn't want to take that type of risk. You know what I'm saying? You seen, I mean, and look, Terrence Crawford didn't do good in his last outing as well versus Madrimov. You know what I'm saying? So both Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford is walking into their fight now with a great momentum. You know what I'm saying? There is a lot of people that feel like Terrence Crawford did lose his last fight versus Madrimov. And a lot of people now feel that Canelo Alvarez is declining. And I think that performance versus Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull actually helped the perception of Terrence Crawford truly got a great chance versus Canelo Alvarez. I think it did more for Terrence Crawford. He was licking his chops watching the fight. I think it closed the gap, because I would have thought that, you know, Canelo Alvarez would. If Terrence Crawford, you know, commits to fighting Canelo Alvarez and go and try to go toe to toe and not do like a William Skull did or retreat. If he tried to go out there and try to win the fight or hurt Canelo Alvarez, I would have bet and I would have predicted that Canelo Alvarez was going to beat the crap out of Bud Crawford from pillar to post. You know what I'm saying? Make him eat from a straw, put him in the hospital. You know, God forbid, but that's how much of a mismatch I really thought that it was. But I think that Canelo Alvarez's performances, and as of late, not knocking nobody out, and that performance just did bad. It just wasn't good for the perception of what Canelo Alvarez could do to Terrence Crawford if both of these guys come in their A game. But I think that Canelo Alvarez is going to whoop Bud Crawford's behind. I think that both of these guys are going to get up to the fight. I think that Canelo Alvarez likes to fight, and Terrence Crawford is known to want to fight and go toe to toe. So I think that if that occurs, Canelo Alvarez is going to whoop Terrence Crawford's ass from pillar to post, and ain't no pandering going to do anything about it or give him good luck. But it could. That's why I'm doing the video. So I think that you know, maybe that's a good luck charm. Why does African American fighters like to pander to the Latinos? Maybe because I think they understand that the Latino fan base, especially the Mexican fan base, shout out to the Mexican fan base, they've been holding it down for the North America in terms of fan base in America. As a boxing fan, you know what I'm saying? The Mexican fans are the most lucrative fan base in America. You know, they are loyal to their fighters, they're loyal to the support, they're loyal to the sport. And I think that Terrence Crawford, remember when Terrence Crawford fought Earl Spence and they only did 600K? I think they should have done way more. In my opinion, I think they should have done way more because that was the #1 fight in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And Tim Smith from PBC knew that they were going to rob the fight. So, you know, there is a reputation that, you know what I'm saying, the fan base of Bud Crawfords don't pay for fights. I mean, let's not forget that Bob Arum did say that Terrence Bud Crawford made him lose the equivalent of seven Malibu mansions. I think that Terrence Bud Crawford never did over 300 or even 200 pay-per-view buys, not with Sean Porter, not with any other fight. I don't think that he ever sold out an arena, you know what I'm saying, by himself, outside of the Earl Spence fight. And as good as Terrence Bud Crawford is, in his mega fights, like a Earl Spence or now Canelo Alvarez, he's been the B-side. But it is what it is. Yeah, the Madrigal fight, but that was more like a turkey out shake thing. And they lost $10 million on that event as well. So let's not forget, everybody's losing their money with Terrence Bud Crawford, you know. But Terrence Bud Crawford, it is a premier prestige fighter in the sport of boxing. But anyway, why do you think that black fighters like to pander to the Latino fan base? Because the Latino will support their Latinos and the black fighter and boxing in general. So everybody banks on the Latino fan base, especially the Mexican fan base. But why not? I want to see some American shirts. I want to see Terrence Bud Crawford, red, white, and blue American shirt. Or nobody will buy them or rob them. I don't know. Or maybe loot them. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you, God bless, and on to the next.